2002 Dodge Ram van 1500. I'm up here trying to, I'm in my shop, so trying to hunt down a coolant leak and overcooling. I mean, it's been way too cold to be going long distance on highways with no heat. I got no heat in this thing for some reason. So I just did a full system scan on this, being a 2002. Nothing. Apparently all this van has is a PCM. There's nothing else. There's no other modules. Yet there is. They're under the seats. It checked the airbag modules. There's airbags. You know what I mean? You got an airbag in the steering wheel. Got one over there in the passenger compartment. But none of that came up. It said on here, does not exist. And it left me with this. You know, usually you have a whole list here. But after it did the scan, it shows this, and that's it. It's all you get. So, let me take this apart up here. Or actually, I think I'm going to pump it up first. Put some pressure. See if we can see where it's leaking from. Let me set that up. All right, so I got it pumped up to 17 PSI. What's that, 17.8? And I just noticed it's dropping. And I just noticed in here on this pipe, I don't know if that's the bypass pipe. Right here. It's got the hose connected to it. It goes up to the heater core. I just noticed a drip coming out of there. So I'm gonna tighten that clamp. All right, so I just tightened up that clamp back there. I don't know if you see it right there in the middle, right back there. But you can see we're dropping. We're not dropping fast, but we're dropping. So I'm gonna go underneath, see if I can see anything dripping. I might have to jack this up. But you see all that up there? Timing chain cover. I know it's been leaking there. What about this hose here? See if I can get you in there without dropping the phone. That looks like something was running at some point. Look at the oil pan. Sheesh. That looks like it might be antifreeze running back there. I don't think it's oil, or that would run straight down the pan, you would think. I'm going to find out, though. You see all that back there is wet. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting a remanufactured engine for this and putting it in myself. I don't know. Since the 2 surgeries I had, I don't know if I'm up to it. Might need some help. Because I got oil leak here. I got coolant leak. The exhaust manifolds are leaking. Broken bolts. I mean, the other option is, you know, I can replace the oil pan gasket at the same time, do the timing chain cover gasket. But to do the exhaust manifolds, I'm probably going to have to replace the heads. And, you know, I came up around a lot of excellent mechanics, and they used to always say, you never just do the heads, because you rebuild the top of the engine, it'll be stronger than the lower part of the engine, and the engine will blow. So I'm going to take that advice and not do that. I'm probably just going to have to get a remanufactured engine. Tires are still good, though. That's good. That means my self-alignment worked. Same with the other side. The inners and outers are still good. It's hard to see like this because I have a headlamp on and the phone is blocking it. All right, so now that I'm looking here, here's a little pool antifreeze right here. And what's right above it, here's the little pool. And there's the lower radiator hose. Yup, see the drip? So yeah, it's coming out of there. So I'm going to tighten that up too real quick. But you know, I don't think that's causing the overcooling. That's usually the thermostat. It might be stuck open. Something's going on. You know what I mean? It's not allowing the coolant to get up the temperature for the heat. So and it's been so cold. I mean, everybody knows how cold it's been. All right, so I just got off from tightening that. So we're still dropping, but we're dropping slowly. So it's not a major leak. So that wouldn't cause the overcooling. And that's probably why it hasn't been overheating either. I mean, I'm surprised. I've been using it and it doesn't overheat for some reason. So I think what I'm gonna do now is take the alternator off. The thermostat is right behind the alternator and you can't get to it without taking the alternator off. So I'm gonna take that off and I'll come back. So yeah, got my answer. Alternator's off. I removed the upper radiator hose from the thermostat tube, and look, it's overflowing. That means it's equalizing from this height. It's coming through, so that means the thermostat's stuck open, just like I figured. Because that shouldn't be flowing out like that. You hear it down there in the pan? You see there's nothing coming out of the hose. It's overflowing out of there. I started eye-dropping it out, putting it in here just, you know, just so I could take that thermostat housing off, and it just kept filling. So that means the thermostat's wide open. So I'm probably gonna let this go overnight. I'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully that'll be done draining in that pan down there. And once that's done, I'll be able to take that housing off. All right, so I'm back. I just took the 2 bolts out to hold that thermostat housing. Let's see what we got here. Pull that housing off. All right. Now let's get the thermostat. Maybe. That thing's stuck. Yep. I'm gonna have to get some kind of prying device. Got a small pry bar. See if we can get this off. There we go. Got here. I mean, it looks closed. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe the problem is I had too much sealant last time I did it. I'm gonna clean it up and change it. Yeah, so now that I'm looking at it closer, see it? It's off center. Looks like it's tweaked. So that allowed the coolant to pass through. Yeah, it looks like it's a bad thermostat. You can clearly see it right there. It's tweaked, it's not centered. Let's get the new thermostat and we'll see what that looks like. All right, so forget what I said, because this one's not perfectly centered either. But if you look here, you see how close the brass is to the top? This one's closed. Let's look at mine. See how far down it is? It's open. It's stuck open. So yeah, we'll change that. See what we got. So I got it cleaned up. See if I can squeeze you in there. Definitely not an easy one to clean behind this bracket, but you'd have to take the compressor off, the bracket, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna try to do it like this. See what we can do. All right, so I got the new thermostat in. I finger tightened the bolts. I'm gonna wait about an hour before I torque that down. Let the gasket material set up a little bit. So I put this thing back together yesterday. It's been sitting for a day. I just came up here, I charged the battery. Now I just found out the Trailblazer's leaking fuel. Yup, that's fuel. It's pretty bad too. So now I'm gonna have to deal with that, whatever that may be. But for right now, I want to fire this thing up, put some coolant in the radiator, leave the cap loose, and hopefully let the air bleed out, and then we'll see if we got heat. All right, so it's been running for about 15-20 minutes idling, and I just took it for a 20-minute ride, and look at the temperature. I don't know, the thermostat's 195 degrees, and it can't get there, I guess. I don't know. I'm ready to just give up. Yeah, plus I got the check gauge just comes on, the oil pressure drops. I'm just gonna run until it dies, I guess. I don't understand. There's no heat at all. It's cold coming out of here. And I'm on heat. And I'm not on AC. I think I'm done with this for now. I'm just gonna drive it. It is what it is until it blows up. I think now I'm more concerned with the Trailblazer leaking fuel. I gotta figure that one out now. No oil pressure. So yeah, I'm probably gonna need a new engine for this.